Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back at it again with some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Future Saga Chapter 4 news and updates here on the channel, guys. We have a very small update, and I mean a really small thing. This is a change to the description on Steam. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a similar thing, or this was the same description that they had on the Nintendo Switch page, and I did point it out in my initial video where we went over the actual, like, reveal of Chapter 4, at least being posted on one of the, websites. And it's just a little bit unusual to see what they stated here. It's like a very specific statement. I personally wouldn't take it too seriously just because, again, we don't know anything about what is going to be included in this DLC other than the fact that this is, in a sense, the final chapter. And with all the Xenoverse 3 leaks going on recently, this leads me to believe that this will be the final DLC of the game, and then they'll just kind of, follow up and maybe tease Xenoverse 3 in this, right? Who knows? We'll see. But shout out to Neotaku because they pointed this out. According to the Xenoverse 2 Steam page, Future Saga Chapter 4 will include one playable character. I hope this is wrong since it's taking them too long to release the DLCs of this saga. Yeah, and that's the thing that kind of is weird, and it's inconsistent because it's like, why are we taking until, I mean, they're saying July to September is the estimate. And that could always change, right? But if that is the case, for one character, like, is the story on this, like, just gargantuan? Maybe they're putting, so much into the actual story itself that they could, only really work on one playable character. Now, it's not crazy to believe that there's only going to be one playable character just because, let's say this is the final chapter, right? This one playable character, in my opinion, would have to be something, like a unique or original character. And that leads me to believe it could be, maybe, and this is just, this is me just going crazy with speculation. What if it's John 1000, bro? That would actually be gas. I wouldn't complain if we got one playable character for this DLC and it was a completely original character. That's not like another Goku or another Vegeta, right? Or even like, believe me, I want Bergamo a lot, but it would be weird if they just added like one character and it's like him, for example. Like, no. Bergamo's a character that you add with other characters that are like really fire as fuck. Like, I'm talking like big shit, like major hype. I don't want to say major hype. Like, if I were to do it, right, I would have done like Bergamo, Super Android 13, Full Power Bojack, characters that we don't have in the game or anything. Shit, throwing Garlic Jr. and Dr. Wheelo. Like, again, those are characters that I know aren't very popular, but we don't have them in the game yet. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a lot of characters missing from this game. So maybe they feel like, all right, we done, right? Like, we good. Or if not John 1000, for example, maybe it's a new version of Few. Maybe they're finally adding Super Few or some kind of new original version of him. Maybe it's like a ultra super villain Few or something like that, right? Or it could just be a single ultra super villain character. There's also been speculation that there could be a brand new alternative, kind of like a opposite antithesis to the ultra super villain, which they're going to call ultra superhero or some shit. I don't know. And maybe they'll have like a positive version of the ultra super villain for some character. There are a lot of things that it could be, but it's been very consistent across all the other pages, which we'll go over in just a second here. But it says, shout out to Venixis, because they pointed this out and they posted this in October, okay, right whenever Future Saga Chapter 4 got like, or the pack set got revealed. And they said the fourth chapter in the Future Saga series depicts an unprecedented alteration of the history, includes new playable characters, and more. So that's where this recent change comes in. Why did they change it to include a new playable character more recently? Okay, this is, 4 to 5 months after they first initially posted it, which makes sense because they probably didn't know, and now they probably know, because, I mean, we're getting closer and closer to the release of this. They probably know and probably already have this character done, right? Again, I wouldn't take it too seriously. Take it with a grain of salt, as I've always said in all these videos, even with the Xenoverse 3 videos. Like, we don't know. We don't know shit about shit. So, yeah, like I said, it's very consistent. I think the Nintendo Switch website, it showed that before any other website, and that's why I was like, why is it inconsistent? Like, why are they saying includes a new playable character, but on the Steam page it's saying new playable characters? So now I'm starting to lose hope on the fact that, you know, there could be more than one, right? Even on the PlayStation site, they posted the pack set, right? You scroll all the way down and you go to chapter 4, and it says it there too. A new playable character, okay? Singular. This shit ain't plural. All right, that's a problem. It says it right here on the Xbox you know, site as well. A new playable character. So it's weird. And again, don't take this too seriously. Also, with the content will be available by 9/30/2026. They're just saying that it's estimated, that is the cap. Like, we are not going beyond that. Like, there's no way that they're gonna take until the end of the year basically to release this. Again, the Steam's, you know, site, which again, you can't take that too seriously as well, just in case, because we've seen that shit happen on Sparking Zero, where they gave you an estimate and they crossed that shit out and they said, oh, that we delaying it, right? And maybe it wasn't delayed. Maybe they just were putting in some random, like, again, I don't know who manages the Steam page of this stuff. I don't know if it's a Bandai employee or if they're just relaying the information onto Steam, or Steam is just doing whatever the fuck they want. Like, I don't know how all that works, right? So I personally think it would be really cool if they gave us, you know, Mr. John 1000, because again, they say that this is an entirely new, original, never before seen character, specifically designed by Akira Toriyama himself. Okay, now that's why the thing with, you know, Xenoverse 3 and all that, it's still kind of a little bit, you know, murky. Okay, just because when I first see this character, when I first saw it, you know, in the trailer, and, you know, I'm looking at his design, this looks like a CAC to me. It looks like a custom character, right? But when they're saying that this is a never before seen character designed by Akira Toriyama, that leads me to believe that maybe he's not. I don't know, man. I don't know. And this doesn't invalidate that, you know, Xenoverse 3 is a thing or anything like that. Maybe this is like your guide in Xenoverse 3. Okay, kind of like, you know how, like, what is it? Xeno Trunks is kind of the guy who, like, you know, helps you out through Xenoverse, right? So maybe he's like the new guy in a sense, right? And again, this is, we don't know. We have no idea what this is actually going to be. But the fact that, you know, he can go Super Saiyan, you know, what they displayed in it, right? Him using other characters' moves and stuff. That just seems like it's the character that you're probably playing as, okay? I don't think that they would debut this character as just kind of a side character in a sense. I mean, he is like you could call him like Xeno Trunks is like a main character in the Xenoverse series, right? But I mean, you're not playing as him, you're playing as your character, right? So it's a weird thing. And again, it's not like you know, impossible to believe that this is a custom character or anything, but it's just that the fact that Akira Toriyama, as far as I know, and I could be absolutely wrong on this, I try to, you know, search this up because I couldn't find any sources that either confirmed or didn't confirm that. And I mean, this is just, if you search it, it's going to show on the AI shit. I wouldn't use the AI shit. Don't depend on Google's AI thing to get official confirmed information, okay? But it was saying, I can't even speak. Akira Toriyama did not design the patroller character, right? AKA Ace, the guy with the Gohan hair that's red, and he has like the Scouter and, you know, the Piccolo cape and the Trunks outfit, right? From the main guy from Xenoverse 1, and same thing with the Xenoverse 2 custom character, right? They call him Mi or Ban, whatever the name, you know, they want to go for with this dude. You know, the guy with the like bluish purple hair, and he's got like the Tagoma Scouter and like the, you guys know who I'm talking about, right? The main like face of the series. He's on the fucking cover of Xenoverse 2 now, on the new cover, right? So yeah, as far as I know, it wasn't designed. None of those were designed specifically by Akira Toriyama, but I could be absolutely wrong. This is a almost like a Shallot and Majin, or sorry, not Majin, Android 21 situation, where those were new original characters that were designed by Akira Toriyama specifically for the new game at the time, right? Yeah, it's a little bit weird right now. We'll see what happens. I just really wanted to talk about this because I wanted to get y'all's ideas, speculation, opinions I like to see what you guys have to say, because sometimes you guys come up with some cool stuff that, like, you know, that's why it's good. It's good to make these videos. I've always said this. We have so many other minds, okay, that are going to be watching this, or, you know, in the comments that can, you know, point things out or remember things, and, like, it's good to have that, right? I'm not just alone on this, like, trying to sit there fucking figuring out what the hell this shit is supposed to be like. You know what I mean? So that's the benefit of making YouTube content, because I can have a bunch of other people come through and be like, hey, well, there was this that happened in the past, so we can use the past to predict the future. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think this final character, potentially, if there is only one character, do you think it's going to be your boy John 1000? Do you think it's going to be a new version of Few? Do you think it's going to be a new ultra super villain character? Do you think the speculation of an ultra superhero thing could be a thing? That's the problem. Again, we don't know jack shit about anything in this DLC. I'll see you guys next time. Drop a like, subscribe here, and channel, ring my notification bell. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.